Today we are making a vegan Crunchwrap, and yes, Taco Bell recently tested out a vegan Crunchwrap, and I got to try one, and I gotta say I enjoyed it quite a bit. My only critique was I found myself wondering where's the vegan beef. So I thought, can I make a vegan Crunchwrap better than Taco Bell? Well, there's only one way to find out. First, for the wrap in Crunchwrap, I suggest using a large 12-inch tortilla like these, and make sure they are vegan, of course. And if you can't find a large enough tortilla, you can always use a smaller tortilla like this to cover the middle if you can't enclose the Crunchwrap. For the crunch part, you can get a pre-made tostada like these, and in fact I was going to use this, but I realized they were too small, so I got a corn tortilla and just fried it in a bit of oil until golden brown and beautiful. And of course you can bake or air fry these too if you want to do that, but once they are golden and crunchy, add them to a wire rack and salt immediately. Next, for the lettuce, just get some iceberg lettuce and take out the core and then shred it to your desired size shreds. And lettuce is kind of boring, so to 2 cups worth of shredded lettuce, I like to add about a 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro as well as the juice of half a lime. This is going to punch it up a bit and add some zippy flavor to your crunchy water. For the tomatoes, I'm just going to use some Roma tomatoes and I'm going to be dicing them up like so. Just make sure you scoop out the guts and you should be good. Next, let's talk meat. And I'm going to be using some plant-based meat, but you can totally just use some lentils or TVP, or you could make my tofu ground beef recipe. Lots of options for everybody. But to a hot skillet, I'm going to add in 1 pound of our plant-based meat. I like to flatten it with my hand or spatula like this, and then just let that cook undisturbed for about 3 to 4 minutes. After that, we're going to give it a flip, and as we can see, we got some decent browning on it. Next, I'll go ahead and break it up with the spatula and then decide that the potato masher might be better. And if you want to throw in some onions and garlic or jalapenos, that would be a good move as well, of course. For seasoning, you have a few options. You can use the Taco Bell seasoning packet to keep it authentically inauthentic, or you could just use some other store-bought taco seasoning, or you could make my homemade seasoning. I have a recipe for that as per usual. No matter what you use, I would recommend about 3 to 4 tablespoons worth of it. We're also going to add in about 3/4 cup of water, as well as the juice of 1 lime, or to taste, of course. Stir to combine, and that is basically it for the beef. Like I said, add any onions or peppers that you might desire. For the sour cream, I'm going to be lazy and just use some of this stuff by Forager. Their yogurt actually works good as a sour cream replacement too. And I do have a recipe on the blog for my chipotle recipe, but I think I need to tweak it a bit and upgrade it, but use whatever you like for the sour cream. Next, for the nacho cheese sauce, this is optional, but I'm going to start off with some cashews that I'm going to cover in boiling water for about 15 minutes. And after that, I'll blend them up with 1 cup of unsweetened plant milk. We're going to add that to a saucepan and then heat it up. And meanwhile, we're going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder, and then 2 to 3 tablespoons of jalapeno brine. Stir that and then bring it to a light simmer. And then we're just going to dump in 8 ounces of shredded vegan cheddar cheese and whisk that until melted. So the cashew cream is optional. You can just melt some vegan cheese with a bit of plant milk, like a 1/2 cup or so, and some seasoning if you like, but I just really prefer the extra thickness and richness that the cashew cream provides. This is also totally optional, but I'm going to add in a little sazon for some added flavor and an over-the-top orange hue. Feel free to add in more plant milk if your cheese sauce is too thick, and also go to town with the seasonings as you see fit as well. But once your cheese sauce looks something like this, you are good to go. And now we just gotta wrap up our Crunchwrap. So first, get a warmed large flour tortilla. We're going to do a swizzle of the sour cream, plenty of our vegan ground beef, a bit of our nacho cheese sauce, the tostada, some lettuce and tomato, and then another sour cream swizzle. And now to wrap this up, simply fold it over like so, and then grab it where the fold starts and fold it over again. It does take a little practice, and even I struggle with it still, but just keep going around and around until it's all wrapped up. Next, let's get to our griddle and heat it up with a bit of oil. I might have been a little overzealous with the oil here, but we just need to let that thing fry up for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. A grill press like this will help it keep contact with the pan and get a beautiful golden brown color. Once it's looking something like that, we can slice it in half and dig in. And maybe add some more cheese or sour cream if you want to be a little extra. And I gotta say that first bite was absolutely bonkers delicious. It was definitely meatier than the one I got from Taco Bell and just overall a tastier experience. That being said, I'll be the first to admit that this doesn't taste exactly like Taco Bell. Is it better? To me, yes, but Taco Bell has a really unique flavor and texture to it, and to me this just felt more like a homemade one. But like I said, if you want to make a meaty vegan Crunchwrap Supreme, this is your best option. And if you want to see me make some other Taco Bell dishes, check out this playlist right here, and until then, I'll see you all next time.